Welcome to Los Cabos San Jose del Cabo International Airport, otherwise SJD. We have just arrived at Terminal 2, where we'll be getting on our non-stop flight from San Jose all the way to Austin Bergstrom Airport. Now, I will tell you this much. This airport in Mexico was completely chaotic. I mean, chaotic, from the check-in process to not knowing where our flight was actually going to be boarding from a gate, because we didn't have a gate. Our plane had landed and we were just waiting for a gate number. We finally got a gate number and then had to end up downstairs where we clearly were not at the time, only to line up in the line and actually get switched afterwards. However, arriving via a bus to your aircraft and having to use air stairs is one of the greatest views you'll ever get of your aircraft. I really love this airport. No matter how hectic it was, this was well worth the wait to be able to get this view on our way up to our aircraft. Today's journey was a pretty light journey. I want to say I think we went out about 45% full. We did come home on a Saturday, so therefore most people were still at the resorts and probably not coming home till Sunday or Monday. So we picked a great time, and me and my wife had a road to ourselves, which was great. The journey was lovely and all.
All larger electronic devices are put away and your tray table is stowed. CPAC device holders must be stowed for taxi, takeoff, and landing. If you have a carry-on, place it all the way under the seat in front of you. Larger carry-on luggage goes in the overhead bin.
Now that we are up in the air and we have just passed 10,000 feet, let us get into this review real quickly. So this is your standard 737-8. It is jam-packed with the Oasis cabin, and not too much of a fan of the bring your own device, but I do understand why some airlines have turned to it. You have other airlines who are going back to making sure that they have in-flight entertainment already on the seat backs, but American has chosen to continue to do without them. Now, I can't remember on any other 737 I rode on, but the fuselage, I don't remember actually being this close to the seats. I know on Airbus there's more of a curvature, but here I could not keep my arm on this armrest in the seat that I was in, which was 12A. So if you are flying on a 737 with American, do not pick seat 12A if you're looking. Now, since we're on to in-flight entertainment and we don't have any here, we're going to pull up our own device, and I'm going to show you that I actually opted to try out their Wi-Fi for a change. Now, normally I don't pay for the Wi-Fi, especially on a trip that's under 2 hours, but in this case I really just wanted to watch some YouTube, which is what most of us watch now. I'm good with movies if they're on there, but selecting them on my device and then taking the time out to watch them is a little bit different. So I did get the Wi-Fi on here and it worked extremely well. YouTube played perfectly. I was able to keep track of our flight on Flight Radar and Flight Aware 24, so a lot of that worked flawlessly, and I mean, I can't go wrong with them. I think I used it before to get some work done, but it wasn't to stream or do anything like that, and that was fine. So first time streaming, everything played well and ran great. The service on this flight was excellent as well. Maybe that could have been because they only had 45% load factor and the flight attendants were great, and just glad they didn't have a lot to clean up after, but they came by multiple times for snacks and water, more than I have ever seen. Even on some longer flights they didn't come by as much, but these folks did. So as you can see here, I am tracking Flight Radar 24, which is our flight, and I track that a lot no matter what I'm doing. I just like to track our progress and where we are, and we are about halfway there. This ride was pretty much good. We got up to about 39,000 feet, and before I knew it, as we were going west to east, we got a good jet stream current, and we actually got home a lot quicker than we did going. So